is a real douche. The card made me say that. Chris Shorts, everybody. Chris Shorts.
Good evening. I recently got into a fist fight. I hadn't been in a fist fight since I was in elementary school. I'm not going to keep you guys in suspense. I won the fight, but I don't feel good about it because I had to sucker punch her in the face to get a leg up. You know what? My 9-year-old niece could be a mouthy little bitch, and she had it coming. It's a good crowd that laughs at a child abuse joke. Good start. I was recently in New York City. Great city. Anybody like New York? A lot of diversity in New York. I think 1/2 to 3/4 of all the men in New York City are gay. And that's awesome. I have no problem with that. I support the gay movement. I support gay rights. But it got me thinking, I wish everywhere had 75% gay men. Because then I might actually get laid every once in a while. You go to the bar, there's a bunch of girls hanging out, and they're talking about who they're going to hook up with. And Heidi's like, I don't know about this Chris guy. He beats his niece and he's sort of an asshole. But you know what? All the hot guys here are gay anyway, so I might as well go home with him. Works for me. If I were gay, I would commit a crime and go to prison. Prison is a gay man's sanity. You don't have to work anymore. You get fed 3 meals a day. All you have to do is work out and lift weights. And then you get rewarded with shower time. You get to get naked with 100 other buff, strong men that have just been working out all day of every single race. Can you think of anything better than that? That's like a fantasy camp for gay men. I'm just going to tell gay jokes for the rest of the night. Ready for that? I recently sold my urine to a complete stranger for $20. I was at Moe's Southwest Grill on the patio enjoying a burrito, and this guy comes up to me, he's like, hey man, could you do me a huge favor? I'll give you 20 bucks. I am a cheap bastard and will do just about anything for $20. So I said, all right, what do I have to do for $20? He said, my boss is making me take a drug test. Will you piss in this cup for me? I said, all right, what exactly do you do for a living where your boss is requiring you to take a drug test? He said, I'm a hairdresser. Hairdresser? I can understand like an airline pilot or a surgeon or even a freaking bus driver, but a hairdresser? Have you seen some of the hairstyles in Florida? I think every hairstylist is on drugs in this state. I paid $20 to make my hair look like I stuck my finger in a light socket. When I moved to Florida, I thought mullets were extinct. I got here and I found out that they are alive and well. The place I work, the production floor, has so many mullets, I feel like I've been transported in time to a Van Halen show in 1984. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I told this gentleman by the name of Mike, I said, you know what? I'm a good Samaritan, and I will give you a cup of my urine for $20. So he handed me a cup, and I walked into Moe's. Welcome to Moe's. I don't think they're going to be so welcoming when I come walking around with a cup of my urine in a couple of minutes, but at least it was a nice gesture to walk in with. So I went into the bathroom, filled up a cup of urine, came out, and I hand a complete stranger a hot cup of my frothy urine. And he gives me $20. And he goes, you know what, thanks a lot, man. He's like, I just like to dabble in a little cocaine every once in a while. Is there anything wrong with that? No? Who am I to judge? You do all the coke you want to do, Mike. So Mike hastily gets into his car and drives off. You know what Mike's biggest mistake was that day? It wasn't the fact that Mike likes to snort a little Peruvian marching dust on the weekends. Mike's biggest mistake was asking a complete stranger to give him a cup of his urine for his drug test without actually figuring out if that stranger had clean urine. So if any of you guys see Mike around, cut him some slack because he just got fired for failing his drug test, and he's out $20 for the process. I am an asshole. I'm a douche. I drive a Yugo. For those of you that are under the age of 30, a Yugo is a piece of shit car manufactured in Yugoslavia back in the 1980s. The drawbacks to driving a Yugo are the fact that a light breeze will blow a Yugo over. In addition, you can just about guarantee you will never ever have sex as long as you own a Yugo. My friends are always giving me shit. They're like, Short, can't you just get a better car? I'm like, no. I'm a cheap bastard and I like my Yugo. Recently I pulled up to a stoplight and a guy pulls up next to me and he starts pointing and laughing at me. Like just mocking me in public. Like he has the audacity to sit there and just mock my Yugo. You know, I can take that from my friends, but I'm not going to take that from a complete stranger. So you know what I did? I challenged him to a street race. Start revving the gas. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I look over at him and he's like still pointing, laughing, like, oh, whatever, you asshole. Light goes green, I gun it. He's keeping up with me. First quarter of a mile, we're dead even. We get to about a half mile, I start pulling away. My little Yugo has a little pickup. I look in my rearview mirror, and now he's behind me. So you know what I do? Stick out my hand, give him the bird. Show him who's boss. I look in my rearview mirror again, he's just pedaling his ass up the hill. He can't even keep up with me at all. I got the last laugh in that case. All right. Thank you very much. I'm Chris Short.